Hey, what's up, you guys? WWE Fan 0599 here again, and welcome back to WWE Fans TV Recap Show. And today's recap show will be for Arrow. My apologies. I'm sorry. I know I mean, it's not like been weeks, but I've just been late on this review. I apologize. Just bear with me. If these reviews are ever late, just bear with me, okay? You know, just wait. Just keep patient. I'll get them out. So I just want to really quick apologize for this review being late. So yeah. So this episode of Arrow is entitled Brotherhood. And, you know, of course, if you haven't seen the episode, please don't watch this review because it's going to contain a lot of spoilers. So, if you haven't seen the episode, maybe you probably have seen it by now, but still, just in case, spoilers are ahead. But if you have seen the episode, or if you just don't care about spoilers, continue on watching. So, let's get on with this review. So, what this episode is basically about, it's about, you know, Oliver and the team. They're trying to, you know, infiltrate the ghost team, just try to find out what's going on, just trying to take them down, basically. It's a basic plot for this episode. And Diggle finds out that Andy is still alive, and Oliver wants to try and, help out Andy and see why he's like this. So, yeah. So, what did I think of this episode? Another great episode, honestly. I loved this episode of Arrow. Arrow's just been knocking out of the park lately. Really, they have. I thought it was another great episode from this season, just another great episode. So, yeah. So, let's get into my positives. And my positives are the acting with the episode. The acting was really, really good in this episode. I thought everybody did a good job in this episode. Of course, Stephen Amell Of course, Stephen Amell as Oliver, he's great. He did such a fantastic job in this episode. He did such a great job. Of course, he was great in the episode. David Ramsey as John Diggle. He did a great job as well. He was really good. He did a great job in the episode as well. So yeah. Everybody did a really good job in this episode. I thought the acting was just great overall from everybody. So yeah. The action. There was actually a lot more action than usual. Actually, there was a lot more action in this episode. And, I thought the action was great, honestly. The action was really well filmed, in my opinion. Some great action in this episode. So yeah. The writing was great. I thought the writing was absolutely incredible with this episode. Some great writing, in my opinion, So yeah, the directing was really good with the episode. I thought the directing was good with this episode. Some good directing, in my opinion. So yeah. So let's talk about some moments that happened in this episode, because a lot of moments that actually did happen in this episode. Let's first talk about in the beginning of the episode when we see kind of like a truck heist going on, and the team comes in to stop it, and it's a really cool action scene, honestly. Really well filmed action scene. Nice way to start off the episode, honestly. I like when any episode to a show starts like that. Kind of starts with a bang, So yeah, I really like that. Nice way to open the show. Then when they find, they get a tooth off of one of the ghost guys, and they're trying to scan. They can't get any scans on it, so they try to go to the ghost infiltration center, I guess, to, try to find out what's been going on. So while they're there, Diggle shoots one of them. He unmasks one of them, and it's Andy, his brother, who he thought was dead for years, for 8 years, I think. So that was very not too shocking, because, well, I'll get into my negatives of why it wasn't, but it was still cool to see and everything. So yeah. Then when we see Damien Dark at Oliver's party, I guess you could say ceremony for the police department. Damien Dark's there, and he's like, let me help you run for mayor. Let me help you do this and do that. Let's team up, in a sort of a way. So, and Oliver is very conflicted about doing this, so he can get to basically with Damien Dark and everything. So he's very conflicted about this. So yeah. Then when we see, Oliver and Diggle, they're going to try and find where Andy is. They see what's been going on. These guys have been taking these, like, I guess, mind control pills in order to be, servants to Damien Dark. So when you see that, it's it's like, yeah, they're on the infiltrating of him, and once they see Oliver and Diggle, basically it's all messed up, and they have to just go at it, wing it, and fight them. So that was great to see. And when Laurel, Thea, and Oliver are going to go and get Andy because Diggle doesn't want to because he's being too stubborn about it, they go and try to get Andy. They do, but Thea's in a little bit of a mix-up, and when they need trouble, guess who comes? Actually, Ray comes. The Atom. He comes and helps out, which was really cool. Then we see Thea meets up with Damien Dark, and when Damien Dark's basically about to kill her, the magic backfires for some reason on Damien Dark because of Thea. So that's interesting to see. And at the end, Diggle does help Oliver, and he says, "I'm here to help my brother, the green one," and that was pretty cool. So yeah. Then the final moment of the episode, we see Diggle confronting his brother about all the stuff he's done. So when you see that was really cool. Confronting him about the man he's become and everything. So yeah, I really like seeing that. That was a nice way to end the episode. So yeah. Okay, but I do have two negatives, however, with the episode. My two negatives are, first, being that they reveal that they find out that Andy is still alive in the preview. Like, in the preview for, like, at the end of last week's episode, in the preview, they show that Andy was still alive. I'm like, did you really have to show that? I'm like, you didn't really have to. There's something keeping it a surprise and leaving it to the imagination. But no, we got to show in the preview. But I just feel like that was kind of ruined, and they could have surprised us. So yeah. And my last negative is that this episode does get boring at parts, and I thought it just was very slow at times. So yeah. So this episode, honestly, another great episode from Arrow. I really enjoyed it. Another great episode from Arrow. So yeah. So it's time for my official grade on this episode, and my official grade on this episode is an A-. I thought it was a great episode. So yeah. So what do you guys think of this week's episode? Leave it in the comment section below. And I'm WWE Fan 0599, and we'll see you all later. Peace.